just like last time, just like yesterday, actually, we're going to make sure here. I'm going to explain the rules this time around because I'm learning from my mistakes day after day. So we are going to play rock, paper, scissors.
God
we know the
damn it.
Paper, scissors,
All right, fine.
shoot. Okay? We got this? Round, Toronto, we got this? Perfect. Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, let's go. We'll do this quick. So we'll do a best of 3. So who do we have?
Marcus.
Marcus and? Ripley. All right. Good luck, gentlemen. Please go head to head here. And we're going to get ready on shoot, okay? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, that's a tie. Oh, where I'm getting trolled again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's a shaky hand. What are we doing here? Is this? Okay,
I'll
that's a
fucking
close.
show you guys how to play rock, paper,
here.
scissors.
One more. Rock, paper,
I fucking
scissors,
mastered
shoot.
this game.
That's a tie. Man, that hand's shaking. That hand's shaking. Are we nervous? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, 2-0 here. Congratulations, Ripley. Still, you guys still have some participation
Someone put the answer
prizes.
in chat.
Let's get the flag from Billy
Honestly, I
signed up
needed
over
it.
here.
Rooster,
And also this
Crow,
sign
L's, and
from
Leprechaun.
Wolves. Thank you so much. Right fist bump. I learned from this one as well. Right fist bump. For right fist bump. Let's head on to the next other game.
And the guy put the wrong answer in the chat. Cool.
On that
I
map,
might
was
literally
this
be fucking
specifically
him.
to stop YZ's
Is there a rock, paper,
neon,
scissors
or
competition?
Is this something that just happened to have worked in your favor with the new meta?
I'm the founder of the double in the Ascent comp, so it's just my comp.
All right, thank you for your insights. Good luck.
What did he say? I don't know what he said. Wait, I don't want this song. I can't focus. Next song.
To the game. So what do you think is going to be different
Tomato,
today compared
onion,
to the regional
cucumber,
matchup against the
fucking
Wolves? 감독님,
eggplants,
3대 0이라는
fucking
스코어로 로즈를 상대로 중국 리그에서는 승리를 거뒀는데 마스터즈에서는 메타도 많이 다르고 페이스도 많이 달라진 것 같거든요.
potato.
지난번에 만났을 때에 비해서 어떤 점이 가장 달라질 것 같으신가요?
일단은 뭐
parsley?
울브스 선수들이 그 전에 CN이하고 다르게 마스터드 오고 나서 좀 선수들 개인기량도 많이 올라온 것 같고 팀워크적으로도 많이 올라왔고 일단 상대 선수들이 일단 침착함을 되게 굉장히 잘 유지하는 것 같아요. 그에 반해서 저희 선수들은 뭔가
eggplant,
좀 많이
cucumber.
끌려다닌 것
tomato,
같아가지고
onion,
저희가 주도권을 좀 잡고 게임하자고 지금
potato,
계속 얘기를 해서
peppers.
아마
It's a
그래도
long answer.
스플릿에는 조금 변하지 않을까 싶습니다.
Well, yeah, when it comes to
fuck,
Wolves,
I'm
you
right
know,
there,
they stepped
bro.
up huge compared to how they were in CN League. In terms of their mentality, they were able to keep it cool and keep their composure, and they also had a really, really good form. And when it comes to us in
Lettuce?
our first map, we just felt like we had no control.
Not really.
So we talked about how
What
to
else
gain
is in the
more map
fucking
control
vegetable
and
section?
staying calm in the second map, and I think we
I don't
can
go
put a better
grocery shopping, as you can
performance
see.
in map 2. Thank you, coach. Good luck.
So like, what do we put in our food, bro? What do we
just couldn't find a spot to play in Pacific. Has to go over to China.
Wait, what
Move
happened?
there away
Finesse
from
invited
his
me for a
family,
day. He got
play
donut
with
walled.
this Wolves team. And now they're on the precipice of the
Matt, oil
absolute
farming? Where?
unthinkable. They were written off before this tournament began.
Now, just converting on their map choice. That's what needs to happen. See, YU battered a little bit there. He pops up into mid early on, but it might be Wolves opting to play around this lurk wall at B. They don't like what they've seen here, though.
Just going to fall back, but send out
Never
that
had okra before?
feigns
I don't know. I don't think so, bro. I don't know a single
IGL
okra.
Remains inserted dark cover in B main. Walk down from YZ solo in mid. This is dangerous. He could get caught.
Oh, the timing was pretty good from Spring just after the clear had come from the Trailblazer.
Okra? I hardly know her.
To complete the kill.
That instant dink just gets Spring. The hip punch couldn't actually get his crosshair back on him. K-Knight spots up the other two.
110?
That's a very weak YU. Susceptible to the nade. Has to get out of the way. Just going to damage up like sword. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. The entirety of BLG are here.
Wolves low. They are beaten black and blue by some of this util exchange across the map. They're going to go for it. Maybe So's waiting for them. Into his clutches falls YU.
Asuna?
Juicy, though, does finally get rid of that 10 HP YZ in heaven. But Rushia simply steps up instead. Spike loose.
Rushia.
Classy little right click.
Fat baby, what is he
That's
doing?
the round. Put away.
Things just getting
right.
entirely disconnected for Wolves. I imagine at some point they want
Is
to try
Lady
to
Finger
get
the
back
same as Okra?
through
I don't
vents
know.
on account of their IGL super just still being entrenched on B, working his way there. They'd like to have pivoted back, but BLG just had the full stack rotation over to A, denying them with a Viper wall, that nade keeping them at bay. Crucially, YZ finds the opener. This is the map. The last time these two teams faced off, it was in the qualifying game to Toronto. Wolves took it. And the BLG, they got the revenge in that lower final. It was a clean sweep, 3-0.
Okay,
they know
let's see.
how to beat Wolves.
Eco
Because they know
still.
how to beat them on this map.
Even Sentinel struggled with this attack side from Wolves, where they got to dictate the pace.
Uh-oh.
Weezy
Weezy.
spraying him off wildly, haphazard, has to back away.
Wow, he's
Catches YU, though,
alive?
as he steps a little too far. And Weezy got
Ace.
that painful elimination.
No!
Pretty devastating impact from the duelist on ramps, leaves Wolves down to their last two players.
Dog?
Scavenging the
Dog?
Marshall.
No dog.
Spring inside his poison orb is hoping for a pot shot. And he's got nothing to see as it clears.
There's no way Spring kills him here, right?
No fuel.
Double stacked up on BLG. They should make light work of this situation, and they do.
Hi, I'm new to Twitch.
Players
Yeah,
wise,
likely
he was
story,
happy to
dude.
Take several engagements towards ramp, get very close to that showstopper. 2 orbs away, very early into this half.
And to put this map in context a little bit more, why just as, you know, BLG have gotten off to a great start. Not a good map for them historically. In China, they got 13-1 by Trace. They lost to this very Wolves team 13-8 in that upper bracket semi. So historically it's not favor them, but this is the perfect start.
Why not double stream on
Start to
YouTube
turn the
too?
tides.
Honestly?
It's going to take everything
Why? 'Cause I'm
that
lazy.
they've got
I should.
left in the tank. YZ going to need to put on an all-star performance to make it back to the playoffs. He knows what it takes. He's been
Tech
there before.
pause?
So
My
is
free
K-Knight.
fucking entertainment is being
Guess a
stalled?
Wolves team trying to
Nah.
make this kind of
This
run
Rito
for the
Games
very
company, I've
first
had it up
time.
to here, dude.
Just got
We
an
better
audio
fix
issue down
this
on
and fix it
stage.
quickly.
You rectified momentarily. Just the run. I mean, but there's a lot of history between these two teams. We definitely delved into that at the start of this game. But the fact that BLG, in order to get here to Toronto, had to take the hardest route, the highest climb. They had to dispatch
YouTube has
EVG of
DMCA
all
music? I can
teams
still
in that
split the
lower
VOD,
bracket.
no?
Shock the world, frankly, that we'd be looking at an event that they wouldn't be present at.
Why am I beefing with the Los
considering how
Ratones?
so
What do you
long
mean
ago
beefing
they
with
stood at
them?
the top
Those are my
spot in the
homies.
world.
XD.
Speaks volumes about the depth that's starting to develop in the Chinese region. The fact that we have two teams from China still alive in this Swiss stage, still fighting
Pacers
for that
or
playoff
Thunder
spot,
tonight?
speaks volumes. And remember, Big Brother Shilai Gaming
Thunder.
awaits
I got Thunder.
in those playoffs
Fuck
as
the
well.
Pacers.
We're in for a treat in this game, and we're going to see much more Chinese Valorant with 2 of their representatives making playoffs no matter what.
That may just make some people rethink how good Shilai Gaming are. Waiting, watching this Swiss stage. Some absolutely sick players on that team. Like Raga, who has just been tearing
For Shay?
up the
What's wrong with
entire
Shay?
Chinese scene throughout this year.
Raga, who humbly says he thinks he's the worst duelist here in Toronto, which
My humble king.
it smacks of sandbagging, but
Ain't
I'll
no
allow
way,
it.
but my humble king.
Call someone, bro. I'm tired of watching you laugh at your own
But
jokes.
again, with these two teams showing us what
You guys gonna get hurtful? We can get hurtful, bro. Let's pull up your user card, no?
Excited, only whet your appetite for what awaits us later on this week. But for now, let us deal with the smorgasbord in front of us. Heading to the first buy for
Wanna get
Wolves
hurtful?
is
Let's get
Billy.
fucking hurtful, bro. Gloves are off,
Want to
dude.
secure a tight little bonus.
Bro, just because you guys don't have a sense of humor doesn't mean my jokes are not funny, bro. If someone else said what I said, I would laugh.
Control over towards B main. Obvious keeping Wolves are back towards mid engagement.
I'm not laughing because I said it. I'm laughing because it was said.
YZ thinks
Me and you, not
better
the fucking
of taking
same.
That just collects the orb happily, one away from the showstopper. Keep your eyes on that. If he can find a kill somewhere, things get scrappy. He could win this round for the team.
Solid reception there,
2
though,
for
by
2.
Knight.
Focus.
Training evenly are the defenders.
This is bonus
Only
for
Sufat,
Billy.
the one to emerge from the dust cloud in mid. Now needs to kind of wait for his teammates on the extremities to give him a little bit more of an inkling where the remainers of Billy are arranged.
YZ is currently pressing up towards A main. If you look at that on the mini.
Do I write down my one-liners before the stream starts, or is that off the big dome of yours? It's off the big dome of mine.
Right now, YU just catches the
Oh.
first, and Sufat turns around. Billy getting way too happy to explore on the map.
30 seconds left.
And that call instead to explore the extremities further, but to bolster that mid presence for Wolves pays off beautifully. It sees YU emerge on the perfect timing to unseat them.
Fighted.
This leaves YZ in a position, paint shell still
Are we getting
ahead.
rocked on the predictions? I mean,
relatively
this is
low.
obviously
It's
going
big
to a
ask
map
for
3.
Even the best in this situation. I count YZ among them. He too feels that discretion might be the better part.
Out of respect
Valor
for
here.
each other,
Why
these
is
teams take it
they
to map
defy another
3.
day?
That's my
Did
guess.
full invest into the Phantom this round.
Wolves
so
will
certainly
throw for
lost
Billy, and then map
as
3, anything goes.
Lowest credits on the team.
This is my
due to the
prediction.
investment. Billy just doing way too much in the mid round there.
I'm not falling for your bait,
Way
bro.
too much.
And maybe it's a nervousness about knowing the A side of the map is slightly weaker. It's just YZ sat in there in heaven. Instead of sort of rotating through spawn to the back part of the map, they think that they're
What does drops
safe.
enabled mean?
You know,
If you
two
watch for
players
30 minutes, you get a
crossing
title
together, and in
that says
theory,
bet,
you'd
I think.
be considered reasonable for that decision. It blows up in their face, though.
BLG headed to their full
That was his
buy.
fam, sorry.
Trades back and forth. Levy is popping out of that smoke to get the second.
Why did I
Sufat
say bet?
doing the exact same. Things even.
I mean, Sufat has to respond very quickly to that call from YU.
Yeah, no,
Just in time.
really just serving themselves up. Here's the full buy from BLG.
Where did I get bet
Max
from? I don't
investment
know.
Still, it's this
I knew it was 3 letters.
showstopper that
Okay.
YZ is on the
Focus.
precipice of
Gun round.
collecting. He is playing over towards ramp right now, solo. Wolves, no emphasis on mid. They wanted to pressure towards
be an adult. Good
main
luck.
early. And now Sufat wants to ensure that no one will be walking down. Certainly aware that that's the kind of play YZ will be absolutely happy to make.
There is a
God damn, they're playing so
very
fucking
large
slow.
amount
Holy fucking shit, dog.
utility to play through as attackers on this A side. Wolves, we saw them, with that double sentinel composition. Billy played into that well, sort of clearing it slowly. Now they're in a position where they've got to do something much the same. They have that ramp position, but they're not
This guy's
convinced.
putting
They don't
fake
see
chat logs of
anything
Blast being in chat.
to play off
Austin
of.
Major watch party.
YZ was drawn out of mid back to sort of reinforce this position. So mid's a little weaker now as a result. And that might be Wolves finding a golden opportunity to capitalize there.
Bro, time is ticking. 40 seconds, fat baby. Make a fucking call, dog. Split B or split A. How hard could it be?
So at least we'll know if anyone's walking up on that side of the map. But the defensive cam is getting info there. Things are
30
starting to
seconds
increase with the tempo. Juicy is getting into vents right now. We'll take an engagement. Oh, what is that timing? Brutal.
Showstopper immediately
Ooh.
developed. I saw it just tucked on the corner. YZ getting away with everything there. Levies has pushed up now. Net closing on Sufat. Is able to deal with YZ, but
Nah.
time wasn't there anyway for Wolves.
standing.
It would have been a struggle for them to get
Strike down
anywhere
mid.
on the map
10
after that.
seconds left.
A little bit too slow, a little bit too awkward. YU just wants to try and keep his gun. Can't blame him. That is brutal stuff. YZ
Beyond?
pops up yet again to the detriment of the attackers.
That time
What's my prediction? 2-1 Wolves.
Juicy sick to his stomach. What was that? Just milliseconds away from
You will
him
not be getting
an
a kiss
easy
goodnight.
kill with YZ on the road.
Maybe from someone in
There's an
chat,
early
but not me.
timeout call from Fade. This was the map I called out earlier when he was going for timeouts. Had significant impact. The moments where Wolves began to go on runs against Sentinels kept that map so close.
Bro, check FNS DMs. Why don't I just give you my fucking Twitter? You check the DMs for me, dude.
So the dynamic, the last time we saw Wolves, for example, on this split map, with a lot of action over towards B, right? Sentinels really wanted to push in, take the B main control. They were trying to set Zekken up. Spring was finding really good opportunities actually just to win straight up duels against that Sentinels Yoru. Here though, Wolves have not been emphasizing.
Was he actually in chat? I did check my DMs though, I did.
We've seen Spring try and get that Poison Orb far forward, sort of past that B main choke, but there's been no fighting for that part of the map at all yet. Mostly that early probe towards A and then pivot up mid. Wolves definitely feeling like it's time for a bit of a change.
Springs lurks.
My For You page is just Valorant
so
clips.
high impact.
I keep it fucking, you know, I stay in my lane, dude.
Ruling B main. He was finding timing windows to go deep into the site, so Wolves could pivot late. They love the late pivots on this map.
Yo, Tarek, tell me a joke.
Absolutely
Your
love
GPA.
them. And Billy knowing that.
Did I cook?
Just need to not overcommit to rotates. That's what Sen were falling for often, because you just wouldn't expect Wolves to pivot back to B with the low time remaining that they do. How common they actually, you know, will opt to do that on rounds.
Not so much of the pace that we saw from Wolves against Heretics more recently though. This has definitely been more methodical. Looks like B was the call.
Wait, they're doing the Sentinels up down.
Throw up that poison cloud, so
Hold on, this could be legendary.
can likely get onto this orb. It's just one away from the knife.
Ooh.
That moment spring down there.
Bang from the top.
Great opportunity to use it. They fully invested into this.
Rushi had the perfect location there to punish that poison orb. Found a gap just above it. And this is where Wolves have looked to struggle a bit. That slow momentum, converting those 4v5s has been really challenging for them.
This is interesting. That's a unique double face. Juicy wins a
Raise
1v1
this.
against YZ in mid in the meantime.
Didn't
That's
see
gonna
it,
be
but
a
it
boost,
happened.
No doubt about it.
Ooh, nice
now
catch.
there's an opportunity for a swing. Levius
Trade.
remain hidden. So Juicy is claimed. YU lingers in mid though, wants to take this fight. Really trying to get into heaven, I think, with some burst of momentum. And Light opens up an opportunity at the B side. That
Oh,
is
UCal,
massive.
big shot.
Now
1v2 K-Knight.
Who doesn't quite know really if the plan is to stick.
He knows where both of them are.
Going to reveal the intent of Wolves now.
I like to hunt down
keep
here.
This cipher as busy as possible for as long as possible. And the shot
No
to the
fucking way.
breadbasket. We'll take the
What?
round away. Wolves gotta feel good. And that's a 4v5 conversion we were saying that was sorely missing.
Heroic play.
How did he just wide
from
swing and kill him
YU
like
in
that?
mid. Juicy gets that initial 1v1 kill here against YZ. What a snap as well. I mean, I like the idea, swinging while the Trailblazer is running out, but the snap is sickening. He called out the importance of that 1v1 win with YU taking
Gosh
his
darn it.
time. Such high impact.
So how do you build up this foundation? Got a buy here for Wolves. The look towards B this time paid off, albeit not in the way we thought it would. There was a mid opportunity that was capitalized on. There's a drift here through sewer though from Wolves.
Early presence shown in mid by Juicy sends out that boom ball. Now they've worked their way over towards A. Fully YZ is posted up close with the judge.
Prowler sees it. That's the judge position defeated. YZ has to try and leave it. Boombot in his wake. Showstopper though didn't find much. Still a quick push here from Wolves. Looking for that ram control now. Post nightfall. It's K9 there. Oh, the spray through the cyber cage is sublime. Levius also to his right can assist, but Juicy. Okay, you can't account for those. You can't count on them. That's given Wolves another way into the round.
They want to press forward. Juicy wants to break the crosshairs.
Oh my god, he re-swung?
Goes back in,
That's
wants to
crazy.
find that kill.
The re-swing is
YZ
crazy.
Caught with the judge alone, tucked in hell.
No chance to make good use of this weapon in this round, and even here it's awkward. It's long range.
Ew.
30 seconds left.
And Rushi's got to step into this 1v3
Ew.
with a little bit of alacrity. Juicy's handle up from below.
That don't even
It's
look
putting
clean.
Fat. And now Wolves, that head of steam that we're looking for on this attack side starting to build. Great util usage to clear that
Derek, I'm about to
angle.
order some food. What should I get?
They
Man, get
suspected a
yourself some
judge might be
tacos,
waiting.
bro. It's been a while you had some tacos.
Juicy is turning up right now. Gets
Either
the
tacos
trade,
or pho.
the spam through.
There's a pho spot over here. I can't say the name because I don't want to leak.
The Neff swinging back
It's
out.
good
That is
as
so
hell.
high risk, and he is
But you can't
absolutely
order pho, though.
punished for that. Wolves had no other
If you're
options,
ordering,
by
you
the way.
get
They had no
tacos
back control
or-
elsewhere. For all
Hey,
they know,
hey,
plays
hey!
push down mid,
Or-
wrapping up. They have to
or
commit
get a-
forward. They
what
can
would I
feel
get?
themselves
Tacos,
potentially
kebab, or
being
beef
short, but
bulgogi
they
bowl.
win out all the
Those are the
tools.
three
Russia
things I would
early
get.
peak. Was just with a ghost on this. Eco, Spring, back to doing what we know best.
Tell me the
from
name, the
this
fuck, Derek?
map, which is
I can
just
say the name.
playing B main, taking it over.
This time, Russia, though, steps pretty far forward. You can see where the omen for Billy went
BLG
down.
so bad.
Spring on a
Bro.
passive line is able to find it.
You're just being,
Juicy man.
you're
I'm
just
getting
giving
excited about
recency
him.
bias,
He's been able
bro.
to Find these opportunities in a 4
Who did
versus
Billy
5 to
smack
give
around the
Wolves
other
away in
day?
round. Now they get a rare situation where they start from the front. You can see how much
Was
better
it?
they
That might
look
be
here.
Ara.
Levy's on the line, but shows his gun barrel, and Spring cuts them down one after another. Easy B take for
Oh, they beat
Wolves.
Liquid without Nats?
This round.
Wait,
is
Billy haven't done
as
shit this
done.
event. The fuck are we
Maybe
seeing?
hoping
Billy
he
might
can
be
want
shit.
to get a couple of these kills, get even closer to that showstopper that he's nearing. Just 2 away right now.
Oh, uncomfortable. So it's a gun recovered.
Wolves are playing good? Yeah.
Spring now.
I think Wolves will win.
Topped up here by Neff. A rare case of that healing is relevant. What a swing. It's getting a little costly for Wolves, but with multiple consecutive round wins, they've got a bit of bank, a bit of cushion.
What did he say?
It's only a stinger that Neff would be maintaining. He'd have to cross in the dying seconds, I think, to pick up this rifle. And
No,
Juicy
I
does not
didn't
want to allow for
forget,
that.
man. Honestly,
Some
it's been
point,
so
Wolves
degenerate
have to
lately.
get out of
It's the
dodge. You've got to
truth.
get off the site. Juicy checks it. It's not good enough.
I don't have the energy to
Neff
do
finds him
anything.
flash, eventually handled.
Fucking League of Legends ruined my life,
Wolves
no
get 2
joke.
players
I hate
out.
that fucking toxic
Costly,
fucking
yes,
game.
but these
Fucking
attack
dog
rounds
shit
don't
fucking
come
game,
easy,
dude.
as we've just seen already.
Fair amount of damage to keep Wolves' economy somewhat honest, but it is Juice getting the kills and dying. Now having the showstopper for this, they're going to have the Viper's Pit because Spring is starting to pick up. He's started to find these kills in B main. Collect orbs via the kills he's getting. So now they have that pretty classic 1-2, get into a site with a showstopper,
Neon?
use the pit for the post plant to win things out. Billy
What the
feeling
Neon doing?
the heat early on. They've seen what Wolves have been able to do on this attack side to high-quality opponents like Sentinels. They can't let things get out of hand here. Coach Bale is expending.
I just lost
these
3 games because
timeouts
Jungle
early.
can't
We've
take
seen him
Drakes.
Be one of the very animated coaches.
I lost 3 games
Some
because
of
I'm
these
shit.
games
We're
he
not the
shows
same.
some serious frustration at times. He's got to hold his nerve. The team has to stay calm. To find a solution, find an answer, find a way to deal with Spring in B main. That's going to be crucial.
A couple things at the disposal, though, in a round like this.
If Serial plays today instead of
Classic
Penny, I'm gonna
Vipers
crash
pick
out.
in
Thoughts?
mid-play. Force
I mean, they're
Wolves
probably just gonna
out to the
rotate, bro.
extremities. Potential
But-
for an operator pick up on the defense side. Take that
I just hope
contact.
Penny doesn't win map 1,
At the
Serial
very
comes in map 2,
extremities,
they
which the
lose.
Vipers pit
That's gonna be a
force the
bad
attackers
look.
out towards. So, couple of things working in Billy's favor in a round where they can equalize the game.
Wisely has been playing that A extremity very alone on a lot of these rounds, and off would definitely help him in a situation.
Has the Rumi
like
Rumble
that.
started yet? Does
And he
anyone
is going
know?
to pick it up.
Shit.
He decides to post up B main, so likely hoping to just deal with Spring if.
Nah, we haven't started yet. I mean, I hope we
who's
shit.
been
I hope that shit was warm up.
absolute decides to continue to
Honestly, let's run it
contact
back.
push up.
All right. Round
Starts next
number
week.
8
We're
coming
skipping
at
league. There you go.
Wolves here already a map in their back pocket. Thinking ahead perhaps just a little to what playoffs would mean.
Look at that Viper roll. What a beauty.
Here's that mid Viper's pit. An operator to that B extremity. Just
What
like
a
we drew it up.
beauty. Wait, the ult didn't go that far into male. He has no place to stand.
This unbreakable trip as well.
Good luck,
Juicy
bro.
More of this is in the pit. Prowler going into it. No way. Juicy just wants to go right through this.
We got your
Force
ult.
the Viper away. This pit is going
Honestly,
to
they
drop.
traded ults. And they got map control.
Absolutely zero
Probably worth it
chance
for
Levius
attack.
Getting back into that. It's full vents control for Wolves. Intentions of splitting onto A. It's looking like. But they can slow things down. They don't need to right now. Going back to what they love to do on split. Spring towards B, YU towards A. Go for a late pivot.
This whole approach to the round for Wolves has left Wisey kind of stranded with that op over on B.
And looks like Billy, they want to explore. They feel like they need to get some more info on the map. The timing on the cam is so unlucky for YU.
tough.
And off that double push, now Wolves, they want to accelerate, hoping that the B site is going to be
Weezy,
a bit
what do you got?
lighter. Operator still here.
Oh,
First shot
nice
connected
shot.
by YZ.
Oh, I spoke too soon. YZ gets the action he was hoping for
What
in
the
this
fuck?
round.
A flying
Pushing
omen.
on the side,
Nice
and
shot,
he's in there.
YZ.
get another
I
one
didn't know
with
you
the
were like
open.
that.
Juicy
Down B.
has a round collapse all around
Oh
him.
my god.
Okay, Levius here should be
Okay.
unseated somewhat, but can hold his ground and convert. Wolves, you think they make the right choice?
I have Liquid
They
winning the next
deal
one.
with
What do you
the 5
say?
speed a minute at the start
Liquid
of the
beating
round.
Paper X?
They end up getting forced, but after this
I mean, like,
exploration down
it's
ramp onto
unpredictable.
B, where
Because they
YZ is
could. They
patiently
really
waiting.
could. But Paper X could also just win.
That is a good little
It's really
adaptation out of the
unpredictable if you
timeout.
ask
Well,
me.
in the mid-round to try to punish one of the solo players on the extremities. The Wolves have been so happy to play 1-3-1s, commit very heavily with the pack towards mid.
It could be A, it could be B.
It was a little unlucky.
How am I
for
supposed to
YU
fucking
with that
know? They started
timing.
mid. That's where I'm at.
Billy happy to pick that up. Still maintaining operator for YZ. Angle down.
I say
mid
this
right
because
now.
the games that are supposed to be like pretty straightforward are never straightforward.
Stingers here for the Wolves side.
That game is supposed to be close. It'll probably be a blowout. Wait, look at
There's a
this.
gap.
This is.
YZ to exploit. Growlin, of course, is something he's got to respect. Lysol wants to fill that space. He is just vacated. So
Nate
once
actually
more,
did so much damage
Wolves
to
start
Raze.
around with that
The
mid to
fuck?
ropes control, but Juicy might be quicker about getting up here.
And now giving up vent, they want to take space elsewhere. Multiple players from BLG fighting towards A main. They want to fight up Juicy.
Wait. The other Raze rocketed, but that Raze satcheled at him?
They've caught inside that fade
What's
util, and
happening here,
Sufan is able
bro?
to convert. Bizarre round, absolutely
One
ridiculous.
Raze rocketed, the other one satcheled.
Kevin maintained
They fucking
by
did it
Lysol
together.
with an operator of all things.
Spike being planted for him.
Oh my god.
Just misses on that shot. Stand out in the first map.
Oh my god, he went out so
He gets
wide.
back to safety now.
Holy
this A-side.
shit.
It's the loose end of Spring. That could be a problem for the defenders on the retake.
So late. He can just wait by his time, but he wants to
don't
face in.
Tough.
I don't
2v2.
know about that. It's just not necessary. It's opened things up for Billy.
Lysol needs to connect this op shot now. They have one chance
Ooh.
only, and he delivers.
The op is so cringe.
That leaves it on Levius's desk.
Just one shot kill, dude.
Fortunately, in this round,
Save.
he's feeling more like a paperweight than anything else. Off he goes. And Wolves, it's a ham-fisted, haphazard round, but they fight through.
Why is there a player named Knight on Billy's team? Why can't there be? What are you saying?
YZ ripping the showstopper. Again, there was a situation there in the mid-round where Billy, after getting all of that pressure through mid, no, wait, there's only going to be, a light couple players towards that A side. Let's push into them. But in contrast to the last round where it was just YU,
Oh my
got a
god,
teammate
dang.
there to support. That was super
Because there's a Knight on their league team and he's an absolute animal. Oh, is there really? Wait, what the fuck?
They went into with just
Right in
three
Sideshow?
stingers.
Or
I think it might be too much hair.
There.
Otherwise, spot on.
is that just Sideshow, side and show?
No, I didn't say that. That was you. As a member of the large.
Wait, there's a
Charge
Knight on
Forehead
Billy's League of Legends team as well? They should have a Knight on every fucking team in every fucking game.
Chilling towards the A side. Billy have fully invested into this.
It's the same guy? You fucking wish, buddy.
Rather with a lesser
Pro Fortnite to Pro
gun,
Valorant?
just the
Okay,
Stinger
fine.
playing
Pro League of
backside
Legends
B
to Pro...
with a full
Actually, no,
kill
Saucy
trim
did it, no?
setup.
Wasn't Saucy a League Pro?
Definitely more tentative looks from Wolves. None of that audacious shove to the mid. And there it is, Juicy on the op. Man,
Big
again,
pick.
he makes the opening.
Ooh,
Caught up by them.
tracking.
Surely some follow-up is
Oh.
there, and at least Wolves are able to trade somewhat efficiently into this A site.
That was a slow trade. Juicy getting a little bit disconnected from YU, who needed to win that duel and does come up. BLG, do they risk this? They need to find a kill somewhere, but Spring on this lurk timing.
Their economy in
Life
the balance, it's
as
teetering.
well.
And this time, Spring has the timing.
One enemy remaining.
Rolls are reversed, and Spring delivers for Flame 2.
Wait, Brother Spring is feeling it.
Comfortably.
Brother Spring is
Wolves
feeling
extend
it.
that lead
Someone's standing. Look.
to 2.
Yeah, I knew it.
BLG
They just
were
stand.
hoping to
It's an
find
aura
him
stand.
alone back in
What did we
A
say it called?
main.
What is it called?
Not expecting some
Aura
late,
fusion?
Late wrap through the vent all the way back through.
They just stand. They don't do anything. They just stand
This is not
up.
the kind of lurk that Spring has gone for. Yeah, in this half.
Confused
Typically
aura.
was just coming from A main.
Oh! Oh, the heel
It
turn.
is him.
He's too quick with it.
And now BLG, they are relegated to a bad bye. Things feel like they're beginning to get completely out of hand. Spring has
That might have been the highlight of the
for
half.
another Viper's
That
pit
right,
for
that clip right there might have been the highlight of the half.
Nightfall,
Nah,
nearing
maybe Spring's 3K.
showstopper. You know, a couple collected orbs, kills for the right players, spike plant for the right guy, and there could just be a sick array of ultimates for the last buy round in this half to deny Billy from getting more than 4, unless they can come up with something on this eco round.
Last eco for Billy. Russia pushed up too far in B main, and Spring ended up just taking 3 easy kills as he leisurely walked onto that site. This time it's a more passive, more patient start, but now we have an encounter brewing amid these smokes. Oh, Russia spotted. Spring hardly takes any damage though. That's a gun advantage he looks to exacerbate, and once more history repeats itself. Spring a little bit low, but he's done the most. He has gotten everybody looking at this B side, distributing captive amongst BLG. So Knight has to step up, try and stop the bleeding. It's not possible.
Holy
Spring,
fuck!
just no doubt, has been
Oh
one
my
of the best
God!
players of this Swiss stage. When we watched him online during the run to
This guy's
get
fucking
here,
heating up,
oftentimes
dude.
volatile because of his willingness to just take fights on lurks, on defense, play a lot of off angles. He loves to take a duel. But when he's playing like this, he just looks like a god among men. He had games like that online.
You
But
guys
when he
even
had
watching, bro?
misses,
Like, what the fuck,
that was
dude?
putting the rest
I
of the
fucking hate
squad
this shit.
in
You guys
tough
aren't even reacting
positions
to the
trying
plays, bro.
recover. He has been so
You guys are not
consistent
even fucking pogging
in
for the
this
plays,
Swiss
dude.
stage.
Like, is
I
it
mean,
so
if he
fucking hard to
plays
pog
like
for the
this,
plays?
Against some of the other top teams, which I mean, to be fair, he already has.
Fucked, bro.
It feels
It's
like
I'm here on my own, literally. I'm literally here on
guy.
my own.
What a
It's
debut
me, myself, and
on the
I.
international stage.
Shout out to Yeezy.
Cleans up another. Why not? The spray control for that second kill in heaven while
Last
getting
round in the
dinked.
half.
510,
That's
510.
mental. 14 and 8 right now.
There's that first encounter. Yeah,
There's a
Russia
new
can't
Mr. 4K in
really find
town,
that level of
and I ain't
purchase.
talking about the Creo cells.
Once he dropped out, he heard it coming.
Enemy remaining.
Beautiful swing, whereas elsewhere there wasn't a whole lot to do for the rest of Wolves on the A side.
And that map one, it was in terms of the fragging coming down to Lysor, unlikely hero, stepped up on the deadlock.
Hard to
IGL
enjoy your
Supat, but
predicts
now
losing.
we're back to what we expected, the duo of Juicy.
I mean,
and
brother, if
Spring
you had Billy
putting
beating
in
Wolves, then you must have been
work.
smoking that good
They have a
shit. Anyone who
showstopper
watches
and a pit.
Valorant
Again,
regularly
just
knows this is an
use
easy
that
Wolves 2-0.
First raise ult to get into a site. Viper's pick to try to close things out. Supat drawing some attention towards mid. Send out the Prowler, breaks the boom bar. Here comes the aggression towards A.
Juicy needs a clean open.
Oh, he's caught in the open.
Just before the cyber cage came down, Juicy gets into the site without being picked up, and Wysie is just entrenched here and
Ooh,
Ram and
almost.
can't get out. Caught up, Rushin, nice timing. Sealfat dealt with, and now it's
It's a
Juicy.
fucking brawl,
Deep
dog.
as he is, just got the ping on Rushia's location and takes the challenge. He needs to get
No way.
another one. And
Oh,
Juicy
the poppin'! The poppin'! He
Years
did
to
it!
get onto this stage.
Damn!
He is
That was
putting on
cold.
an
I gotta say that was
absolute
cold.
show.
That was actually
Star
cold.
player
That was
for
actually
Wolves.
cold, bro.
Dominant half on attack here.
Woo!
Again, they're so
Woo!
sick on this map.
That was actually
What a way to
nice.
send yourself into the break. Get around
Damn, I
like
can't
this.
believe
Red
it.
Bull clutch for Juicy. Feels like he's got that main character energy right now for Wolves. And it's history repeating itself. 8-4 scorelines all the same.
I've seen enough. Sentinels versus Wolves grand finals. That's it. It's locked in.
Some of their weaknesses on the defense side, that's something Coach Fade, who's feeling good right now, I'm sure, has to start thinking about as we look towards them taking an opportunity to qualify for those playoffs. More to come here after the break. It's a crazy split and a 4-round lead for Wolves.
Damn, bro. Damn. What a departure.
during that first half.
Yeah, I mean, there's that spike early because he goes off in the initial couple rounds.
Nah,
where
I never heard of
not a
that
lot is
one.
being invested, and
I
then
never
from
heard of
there,
that one,
it's
I'm not
just
gonna lie.
Consistent throughout.
That's
He
like a
has
new
been
patch
an
for sure.
MVP for
That
this
is a new patch
Wolves
angle for sure.
team, hitting so hard.
It's French territory,
Mechanically,
apparently.
He's looking like one of the sharpest in this entire Swiss stage.
It's
that
French
we've been going
territory.
through. You mentioned it before we went off to the break. Wolves, they had a tougher time on this side swap, playing defense against Sentinels. That's where things fell apart. And when Coach Fade called the timeout late, when they got back into the game, it was too little, too late. They were already down by too much.
Sue Fat Baby is like Chinese Zelsus. He always hypes his
They have
team
an
up.
opportunity to get back in this. They weren't able to beat Wolves the last time they faced off on Split. That was the map that Wolves want to get to Toronto.
Much of their success in their first half was on the back of
He do be
YZ,
vibing.
even going as far as to pick
Big
up that
pistol here.
operator. As they funneled Wolves out to the edges of the map.
Throughout stage one, YZ was the duelist in China with the highest ACS, the highest KPR. Not just duelist, just player generally. He is an absolute menace. He has a fearless style, but you could just say the exact same for Juice. He sees Nate combo coming
Let's
through,
try.
no connection.
I like the refight.
Spring here by the Trailblazer, stunned up, but K9 is going to be a
But we are
problem here.
not ready for the lurk.
From ropes.
Oh no.
Wolves off at the knees.
Spring?
Spring
Dude, nice
find a
try.
way
He was
to
about to go
stand up, but He
crazy.
was surrounded. And so it's Lysol,
Is there
someone who
any
we
universe Lysol makes this
delightedly
round
highlighted in the
competitive?
first map. He's a set gameplay. That deadlock
Glitch
performance,
pop?
excellent. A little bit more muted here. He's allowed some of his teammates here to take the spotlight. The Wolves are still going to need him to be at capacity to close this series out.
Excellent flank coming through from K-Knight off of an extreme distraction. There was an explosion of utility over towards ramp that every single player in the vicinity had to get out of dodge from.
There's another match after this? Yeah.
And that just offers him up no information towards mid, and he fully exploits that by putting his mark on the game after having a
Does
pretty
Angel
silent
play
first
today?
half himself.
Oh, Angel.
Coming up,
Only if he did.
needed him most.
Guiding light, pretty informative
What the fuck?
as far as BLG are concerned. There is a massive push up for Wolves, and it's about to get even more massive. As Neff wasted very little time in heading to the other side of the map, away from the stack. Paranoia, they're really trying to push this. This might be a quick one, folks.
Yo, YZ does not give a fuck. He didn't turn even a little bit.
Cancel called on
This guy's
push.
getting fucking
Yeah, they
util
are
dumped on
going
the
to
side.
fall
He did
back.
not
They
even
want-
fucking flinch.
YZ is able to tuck around the corner to safety.
Toxin screen down.
They feel like, let's go elsewhere. Let's gamble stack towards A, I think. It looks like they want to rotate, just figuring
If Wolves
that,
start moving
hey,
now,
we showed a lot. We
if they start
paranoia,
moving
we
now,
fronted, we
they
swung
could
out.
swarm the
Truly,
sites.
they just go
This
over to the
could
safe
be
side,
big.
right? They kind of hesitated for a moment, though, and that is going to allow BLG to get into the site before
Get
Wolves
ready
can
for it.
actually
Here
kind of make
we
this foray.
go!
Okay, YZ overwhelmed instantly with the Bulldogs starting to chime in from elbow.
Remaining.
Team kill.
Three. Spring down by his own teammate there. A little bit of an odd exchange.
That was tactical. No orb. No orb.
Well played, question mark?
On Billy. All good. That's why he did it. That's why he did it. It was a cool little attempt from Wolves. They throw out that haunt. If it gets broken, the Paranoia want to swing out of the dark cover, but the positions from Billy here were safe early on in that round.
One enemy
Trying to play around and circumvent something exactly like that.
player
They
standing.
clean things up.
He has no reaction to Dynasty his teammates made. He looked at it like he was not surprised.
Now on the full
What the
buy. This is
fuck?
a strong bonus for Billy. A lot of weaponry to play with. YZ with the best among them. Phantom in hand. Flash to get information towards ramp so he can try to take some space. Cam broken as well. Safety on the cross for the rest of the team.
Trailblazers, something only Billy in this matchup have access to. Looking to clear their way up ramp, but also reveal the trap wire. That is cleared. And again, we'd like this from Billy on a
So,
7-2. Good
based
early
off
moves,
the
clearing that
results of
util,
this
not
event,
fully committing to
will
any part of the map.
EDG
They've left themselves
not be the best team in China?
towards that A side as they want to go work
because
mid.
whoever has the best performance here will be.
Throughout Mail information now on Spring, who drops back.
This is still good.
Like, at
Diligent
least current
opener
form-wise.
For Billy.
Alpha Year's in the fucking chat.
attention.
Alpha, are you immortal yet?
Levius, Spring catches him despite taking a lot of
I heard you're struggling in ranks, dude.
To the B side. Juicy from Raptor, fully blinded.
Trunks it off though. Just around a corner is K9.
I mean, ranked in America is different, bro. They shoot back here. It's not like EU.
30
Gets
seconds
his in the back of the side. And Juicy's
You're
now
ascending
front.
3?
But
It'll take you
Boy's
some
able
time,
to
but you'll get
swoop
there.
around the corner. Spring, just all
Oh,
his targets
fuck. You might be
evading
going the
him.
distance. Did that bonus? That is.
So nice from Billy. Very clean. Securing this
A lot of
bonus
people
means
that have played in regions,
Game in
like
our hands.
ranks across all the regions, they say like NA like plat is like EU like immortal basically. So the level of play here is high, which is why when I tell you guys like I'm top 100 on the leaderboard, I'm top 100 in the world.
I love the
Because
pathing from
just in
BLG
NA,
on
like it's
that
just
round.
different,
They
bro.
really
We just
pressure
have
on
like we
ramp.
just breathe
They
differently.
leave the insert. Then from
Like
there
we
they
just
go
the
back to
talent
mid
is
to
just fucking
set up in a
oozing, dude. It's
1-3-1.
oozing.
They fake like, hey,
So-
we're getting into
30
that, but
seconds left.
we're
When the
also
pro
going to
players come here and play ranked, they probably understand it as well.
enemy remaining.
Main attention is just
But that's just how it is here, bro. We're used to it here.
Many players in different locations. You have Juicy scared about them coming through Mail. It's a great burst out of main with all of their players. That was a great round from BLG. Really impressive stuff, and it's pulled
Anyways,
goals
enough about me.
on an eco.
So what's your guys'
It
ranks?
feels
Silver?
like just deja vu from the Sen game. They start slow on this defensive half. They lose the pistol. They get bonused. Same exact story.
Coming alive not a moment too soon, BLG. It's got us already starting to think about the potential of Pearl to come up.
Toxins going up.
Last time these two teams played on this map, it was not a good showing from Billy. 4 rounds,
Eco round.
very soft.
Someone said
This
employed.
time though, they know what's on the
What's
line.
your
They know
rank
just how
employed
deep-
is crazy.
How deep they need to dig, rather. Secure that playoff berth. A lot of sheriffs here for Wolves. Silfat crossing mid at a time in that.
Derek made alpha lead. Did I scare him away?
Like ships
I might
in
have
the
scared
night.
him away. I was too aggressive.
Neff has just gotten all the
Alright, I
way
need
into
to
A,
pipe
was
down.
running around as well, so
He's calling it too.
Wolves definitely, or rather BLG.
No, I'm Gucci.
should
He's still
be
here.
Totally
My
aware at
goat.
this point, but yeah, A is wide open. And they're just going to play it safe and late round run all the way back over to Neff to make this
30
look
seconds left.
effortless, easy on round 16. Would be shocked if they take
Sorry guys,
too
want you to
much
know your
damage
razor's
here,
cold
but
as fuck. Thanks, bro.
Speak too soon. Spring and Juicy do have sheriffs.
They do say me and Jing move different on Raze. Okay, stop. Enough, dude. Fuck. Holy fuck. Just stop. Just shut the fuck up for a second.
So good.
I need to take a breather.
Round wins on the
10
board.
seconds left.
All right, well, cat's out of the bag now for Wolves.
I mean, me
Against
and
a team like
Alfier's
Billy, you can
ISO,
never
me and Jing's
sort of
Raze,
second guess. They do
me
like
and
to make
Aspas's
those
Jet,
moves
me and
and reveal
Zekins
themselves
Neon.
pretty late
Not
into
much
a round.
different. But I'm not going to go into that
Only
spiel. We have a
Sheriff's
tie
ball up
game
now
here.
with
8
The
to 8.
attackers fully entrenched, anchored in the A side. They're armed to the teeth. Wolves know there's just no outcome that will result in them really taking a round win from here. So set up for what you can. It's a rifle for young Spring.
One gun recovered, another kill for the board, sitting at a cool 18 right now.
Hold! Hold!
It's a question of like what the plan should be going forward for Wolves. This early action hasn't exactly been fruitful.
Release!
Here we go. Just Spring, of course, with the rifle in hand, who opts not to perish to the spike.
Dude, some of them,
So even
they might have
game
not
now,
made
folks.
it.
4 rounds in a row picked up for Billy. Building very nicely off a pistol win into a bonus win. Whereas Wolves have been a little absent. Haven't really been able to unravel things. And we've seen when the pace of the game gets taken away from them, they have
What the fuck? There's two.
times
Wait,
struggled
what?
to assert themselves.
Wait, they're multiple.
That
Ah!
is more Josh than I could ever
I
handle.
don't need that many.
That is a full
That's nightmare fuel right there.
Of sideshows.
One is enough.
That's nightmare
One
fuel.
is enough. Billy in a 1-2-2, slow prod towards mid right now. YZ
Does anyone know why they died to the spike?
to clear up forward.
Shouldn't they save their guns there?
Really expecting some kind of trap play, which is set up towards B main. To be fair, there's a looking like a paranoia seize. Something for Juicy to capitalize off of. Maybe
Dude,
seize
stop
an
this
A
110
as well.
shit. You guys 110 everything, bro.
Returning to this point, but Juicy was the one that got Wolves rolling. They had a rough start to this map. They were often in 4v5s, losing a player early in the round.
I'm gonna ask you guys a legitimate question. You're gonna be like 210.
Create an opportunity into the map. Credit to the rest of them, they did convert on those. Also,
all events just taken for free.
Guys, can you believe people are watching the CS2 major while Masters Toronto is on? Fucking crazy, dude.
So they can get in here. K-Knight
Absolutely fucking
moving up
crazy.
with them, making their presence known so they can just pivot back through vent, get into mid, go for a B split.
look at how they pulled the rotation. Yeah, Juicy realizes he needs to double back over towards defense side spawn here.
30 seconds left.
Lysor trying to hold the left side of this, but crosshair positioning broken as Neff dives on out. Lysor here has to come.
Damn, Lysol! Wipe it out, buddy!
One enemy remaining.
Levi's here is bereft of teammates, running out of time.
1v3?
It certainly doesn't have a lot of options at his
Unwinnable.
disposal.
10 seconds. Nice try.
Wolves finally rewarded for their patience, trying not to over-rotate early, even though Juicy was at risk of doing just that. Levi's doesn't have time to plant here, it's done.
That really is the key. Both of these teams just playing that slow style.
No
on
CS
attack.
until Thursday? Wait, CS is off right now?
Happy to make these late
Oh,
pivots.
so all you fake fucks are here now,
Love to
huh?
see Lysor
Go
making
Valorant
his
in the
mark
chat now.
on this
All of a
map. We
sudden
talk
it's Go
about the
Valorant.
experience of this guy.
Shameless.
Every
Shameless is what you
international
are.
event he attended last year. Certainly cannot say the same for the rest of Wolves. They are new to this. Sufa IGL saying
So
it's
ungrateful
just
to the game who made your
to
career.
be here.
How about the person who made the game? The people who made the game. Why is it the game who made the people? The people made the fucking game, no?
Gotta feel
Fantastic
vindicating.
fashion.
Vindicating for Lysor. Again, having such a fantastic showing on Ascent. He was a
You
little
have
bit
no
slow to
respect for
start here.
CS? You have no respect for me!
Exposure, that's years of experience, that anchoring on that B side. And if Wolves can follow up their slower approach to these defense side rounds with precision,
I put my heart and soul into that game. What'd they
they'll
do?
have to stopping
New
power against this
skins.
BLG team.
We complained, we complained, we complained.
Trying to funnel the
They add a
orbs
bench to
over
Mirage.
net, get him very close
slap
to
in the fucking
Seekers
face,
being
dude.
Activated in this round. Set up to play off this unbreakable trip, doubled up. Again, it's just this patience from BLG.
This is such a slow
Which
game.
does feel
Focus.
very
It's actually late game. It's the most
un-BLG-like.
exciting part.
When is YZ just going to run it down and just keep pushing?
Yeah, I mean-
really haven't seen a whole lot of that.
It's the same on Ascent, right? It gets the double Senti comp. In fairness, that kind of requires a bit of a lighter touch.
Is Spring on Demon Time this
Trying
morning?
to
He's actually
work
been
the
popping
map.
off for
They
real.
pulled a bunch of early rotation.
He might
from
be-
Wolves in the previous rounds.
Oh, he
Levy's
tried.
walked up and
Wait, he
didn't
did the
know
same
there was
lurk
so
for
much presence at
Sentinels
B.
and it worked. What does this mean?
Okay, time to anchor.
30 seconds
They want to
left.
get in. Wow, from the shadows actually popped. Why you getting some assistance with Lightsor here?
I've got your
Two on
No
site.
follow-up for Spring. There's no way to double down on at least secure a trade. Why you
Wow.
Sort of the rescue.
Spike
Just the
down.
one this time around, but one might be enough.
I'm sorry, but Russia is
It's
not good
Russia.
for these.
Down to
I'm gonna
33
say it to you
health,
straight
two
up,
players
bro.
about to
He
accost
wins
him
this,
from
I'll
that
be
heaven
fucking very
side.
shocked.
This would have to be a
10 seconds
monumental clutch. Pinged down by the
That's
Horde.
right.
Juicy comfortably dispatches. Now, that money's starting to bleed down a little bit for Billy. But such a good start to this half means they've been inoculated from this sort of volatility. Can still keep the pressure on with those weapons. But Wolves are getting more comfortable in this slower, more anchor-centric approach.
This was great from Lysor to get over to assist YU.
But what a good hold in the
Fully
site
committed to anchoring
by these
this
two.
site. So even though they got a pick elsewhere and
UCal getting two.
love to play for a retake with man advantage, that wasn't an option. They needed to help YU. Lysor gets over there with the ult. They double up. Anchor so effectively. And now we've got the timeout call.
Nice!
BLG are in
Come on!
serious
Pause.
danger. Wolves
Is this a
getting
second pause for
back
Billy?
into this
I think so.
defensive half, stringing rounds together much earlier than they could against Sentinels. It was in that game
Yeah.
too little,
Yep.
too late.
Last pause for
But here,
Billy.
able to get
Elimination
back
map.
in the lead.
Down
Close to
1-0.
So many
Losing
ultimates
10 to
that can be
8.
used on one of
Billy's
these
back
4x
against the wall.
rounds. Applying
If you've got a
pressure
pocket
to
strat, now
Billy
is the
Billy.
time.
And for Wolves, a win here against Billy, or at least having to play against them for that spot in playoffs. Bittersweet, I'm sure. As all these Chinese teams would love to see one
Can you tell us
another
why
advance
do we
forward,
still
but
have
this
Zelsa on
region was
Sentinels?
already
Are you fucking out of your
well and truly
mind,
put
bro?
themselves on
You
the
put
map
some
in the
fucking
past in
respect on his
2024.
name.
We know
And also,
they're
we gotta sell
capable of-
t-shirts somehow.
But
But how
even
fucking
still,
dare you, dude?
Wolves being the team
Disrespect
that
the
might
GOAT like
advance to
that.
playoffs over Billy
That's the
Billy.
vibe merchant.
Shocked many of us. They've shown such determination, grit, and quality of play over the course of this group stage. Still a couple of rounds from that kind of milestone, but I'm sure they're thinking of it. I'm sure they're trying not to, but I'm sure it's there.
Out of this time
Zealous
out
is to save
adjustment
money to pay
for
second
Billy.
salary.
He picks up the attack side operator. We saw him do this a lot on Lotus. And was finding success. Some crazy multi-kills. Collat kills as well. Okay, well played from Wolves. Just simple nade, one way, get forward, get the orb to Juicy. Showstopper now available.
Spring's positioning is actually the variation in this round. Last couple rounds, Wolves have given up mid entirely. Just played right out to the edges of A and B respectively.
The real issue with this operator would just be the fact that Wolves have not been giving it BLG anything. Now, they're not offering themselves up. They are content just playing safe in these sites, waiting for late rounds. I mean, this could be an opportunity. Maybe YZ posts up, catches a jump spot from Lysor.
Toxin screen down.
Juicy has a showstop, so Lysor can fall off this line if he's pressured.
That's just such a hard shot to hit. Has to swing out and get the reaction time.
And now you're just going to get stall utiled. Like, you're just going to have smokes rotated there by Lysor. And the cat's out of the bag about this operator buy.
I could see a situation here where this trip gets broken and then maybe a showstopper comes through. Yep, there it is from Juicy.
No, they got up so fast.
Okay, that's a bit of a miss, no doubt about it.
Sufat.
Season the golden
Come on, fat baby.
That
No, you too.
There to be so many. Almost recovers in time, but it's not to be in
my
Lysor.
God.
There was an opportunity there, a chance to stop Billy in their tracks. The patience from the attackers has absolutely paid off.
10 seconds left.
Damn, bro.
And why he's got no business being on that B side of the map.
Damn, bro.
Just a moment away from Juicy likely converting two if he was able to get that rocket fired. But Neff was a little bit too quick with the spray down. And Juicy was just hesitant for but a slight moment.
Is 500 for Masters Grand Finals tickets worth it, or should I just go to an early stage game instead?
All those little things.
You should come to the
adding
Sentinels
up,
watch party
spelling
instead.
Disaster for the side of Wolves.
Which,
They've still got enough money to buy.
I don't know what it'll
here.
cost you, but it'll be less than that.
We head into
I
the
mean,
next round,
500 bucks.
still
What do the tickets sell for on
maintaining
retail?
the lead, but just barely. Compared to the last time these two teams played on this map, Billy have looked
165,
so
120.
much better here today.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, we've really got to, I think, acknowledge the step up from both sides. I mean, the Ascent gameplay for Wolves is light years.
I think for,
from what we
I mean,
saw
I don't
last
know.
time
It's
they
a lot
played
of money
Billy
though.
with
If you
really
got it like that.
poor showing on that map.
But I think for grand
Last time out
finals
here
day, that would be the best day to
for
go.
Wolves,
Like
Billy
going
having
to a,
expended theirs and then were able to take the round. Even when things looked a bit
like that's gonna be the
dire
most
early,
hype day.
This exchange, this is the difference maker.
I was waiting to see when this time I would
Yeah,
actually be called
they
by
added
Billy.
a bunch of
Essentially,
verification process to the
you know,
tickets for the
give or
next
take a
event in
couple
France.
rounds, more
It's
would
gonna be
send
way
the
harder for
exact same
scalpers to get
juncture
tickets.
in
There's like
that
4
game
steps
where
or
it was
5
very
steps.
late on the
So
defensive
at
half.
least for
You see, the
the
Sufat
future
doesn't
events,
expect
it'll
there
be
to more than one
easier
player in Valorant. I mean, Wolves
get
are
a
giving up so
ticket
much of the map that it's pretty hard
so
for
the
them to get
scalpers don't get
targeted
'em all.
relevant information.
But yeah, for
So
Toronto,
things
we're
like
still
how
kind
many
of
players are
fucked.
stacked up. The fact that there was 3 BLG players in mid, they don't have a mechanism with which to find that out in advance. That's why Sufat's caught with util in his hand, hoping to try and haunt to see what else is happening in mid.
After
Passive ankle on the showstopper even.
That was made by BLG when they were on defense against a similar.
Can you articulate when you speak? It's hard to understand you when English is not our native language.
Moments to double push into B main
okay.
or A main to try and fight that one player that was stood there up until this point.
Wolves in this round number 20.
All right,
Game is
the
getting
Wolves
uncomfortable.
paused here.
In fairness, it has been.
Let's see if
Comfortably
they've got a
tied in the second half.
response. YZ rocking the attack off. Quite a rare
A long time to
sight.
get started, losing pistol and bonus, allowing.
I think he
games
had
to
it
move
actually
to
earlier
8
this
to
half,
8.
if I'm not
Since
mistaken,
then,
but
it's been haymakers from both sides, but back and forth round results.
we got a cage and a dog flying out B main. Some pressure has been applied. Now Billy opting to regroup back in middle
Has that Viper's pit on this round.
as K-Knight struggles to
Showstopper
place
could be
the
pretty
trip,
relevant. Why is he trying to open up mid?
but
with
finally
this
finds his
bar? Juicy
footing.
this time
And now here we
There's a
are
more subtle
with the
approach to
3-man
controlling
mid walk
Valorant in heaven
into
might be in order.
Juicy's
He doesn't really have anyone to swing off of.
sights with the spray down.
For Juicy, no one able to trade. K-Knight trying
They did
to
not
get
clear
into
that
the side,
corner.
trying to make something happen.
We pushed up with it off. Why he was out in front of the Wyatt?
Oh my
30
god.
But Juicy!
Honestly, well fucking done. I'm surprised. Like, well done though. Nice mechanics.
To get an instant headshot when Neff tried to swing in. Can feel it, Wolves. They're on the precipice of doing the unthinkable.
Billy's money is kind of shit. Everyone's broke except one
to
guy.
some extent, both of these
They've
teams
got
written off,
Cypher
but
ult
to
and
a
Raze
seriously
Rocket.
greater extent for Wolves.
They go mid again.
And they are right within touching distance of making it into the playoffs. More so than I think any other international tournament in the past.
Oh, he
China's
dinked him?
off here.
What?
We're about to get
And it's
two
Sky who can't
teams
heal?
in the playoff run.
That's actually worst case
Even before
scenario.
that, we have a rivalry renewed. The 9th matchup between Wolves and Billy Billy, one that Billy Billy historically have dominated.
Oh, really?
6-2 is their
Wait, Billy
record.
Billy's 6-2 versus fucking
More recently,
Wolves?
it's this Wolves team that have come of age, that have come alive,
Oh my god.
and that have developed a new facet to their game. Billy Billy grouped here with 3 on the B side. Once again, they don't get offered much early. In fact, Neff's on the receiving end of some shots down mid from Sealfat. But a showstopper.
Spring might get caught, no?
The doctor order to crack this site open.
Oh, he's
Spring.
fucked.
Decent little intuition, but he's about to back away. The Viper's pit's
Wow.
coming right down. Juicy sees a chance to trade and deals with the raise now.
Juicy's here.
To the side and
Oh,
Self,
so
it's way with
close.
Levius holds his ground. Neff low, but still being made use of on the A
They're
side.
going
to keep a couple of Wolves
A?
players
Are
there.
we though?
TP though in from
30
Russia
seconds left.
to bolster the attack side, forces it B. Neural Theft forces Sealfat out. Now they know where the fade is playing from.
You could see
Guy,
Subat
big lurk.
really wanted to get
He gets
in, but
one, it's
couldn't
huge.
find the timing.
Are they aware?
Neff,
They are aware because this guy was his ropes. They are aware.
required.
He has to go
Can't
very
overplay
late
his hand.
or
Just simply existing
Go
in
back
the
to
back
main.
line, so Wolves know eventually they'll have to deal with this flank. Look at Leixer, the way he has to
he's playing late.
adjust,
Neff is playing it
just
well.
Expecting
I think Billy win this round.
this flank to come at some point. But Neff merely needs to
Neff,
stay
too
alive.
fast!
Keep them distracted.
Brother. No one has even shot their gun yet. Why are you going?
Critics be damned. Fights 2. Tries to open this up, but now 1v2
Time
for the
is
round, and
low.
time really not working for him at all. Maybe looking to keep a cap on these guns. Get in there and
Maybe
give it
he
a
went
tap.
early because it's not planted
But
for him.
unfortunately, his contemporaries fell apart on the side while he tried to hold. Right back to the tit-for-tat rounds we go. Billy Billy get that
Re-downloaded
tape.
Ghost of Tsushima on my PS5 07 by chat. I fucking love that game, bro. Classic. Enjoy, dude.
Opportunity to catch him out with a showstopper. Sure, traded out by Juicy, who then tries to make the adjustment. Losing the duel to Levius. Sufat wanted so desperately to get into assist, but just had no chance to do it.
I will see you.
What's the main character's name? And which one?
The reputation, I think, for these two teams coming out of the home region was that there was this volatile, fast-paced play, but this is so different. This is really looking like a chess match between our teams. Slow, early to mid-rounds, rotations to pull across the map, and finally these burst executes.
Full investment here for Wolves. This could be worth 2 for BLG, but the spam through from
GG?
Sufat. Collects onto K Knight. Nightfall. Rip through ramps.
They need
Checking
YZ
out
to
the
turn the fuck
players
up.
now.
If YZ doesn't turn up, Billy
Isn't it
lose.
still looking for
He's the guy I'm
opportunities to
looking
get onto
at.
the A side proper?
He's the guy I'm looking at. The lights are bright, YZ. What are you gonna
Now
do?
dissipating. They've shrugged off the Nightfall.
And all the while, Wolves that had no reason to get off of this A site. Look at the rest of the map. Still unbreakable trip.
Do you have it in
Placed
you or
on
not,
mid,
bro?
and
Stop
an all
fucking
picked
around.
up from Juicy that's controlling B. They can be steadfast. 3 players ready here on A.
Right now, they got
Billy's
the perfect
IGL is
coverage.
Neff, yeah.
It's up to BLG here.
And then I think
Generally
Wolves IGL is
manifest an
Sufat, right?
opportunity.
Fat baby?
Look at this Spring aware. Wants to double up. Play a crossfire with YU.
He's going to be rewarded if he holds this. Trap cleared there.
No,
Spring
we just
into
run
action.
like this. We run like
BLG now.
noobs.
Spikes in mid, but their
We
players are
run
on
like
the A side of the map.
noobs.
All but unrecoverable, this
It's
situation.
unwinnable, dude.
These people just bide his time. Can trade his life, that's fine.
One enemy
Why is he
remaining.
pops up and pops right back down? Not the kind of game
Nice
of whack-a-mole he's
play,
looking to
but
play. He's on
It's
the wrong side of that
unwinnable, bro.
arrangement.
15 seconds.
Still prevails against Spring,
Didn't
but there are
clear it
other
either.
players waiting for him, licking their lips. His Wolves. The scent of blood, they've caught it. 1 round
I think it's
away
GG, man.
from making it into a Masters Toronto playoffs.
Spring's made such an intelligent rotation there into vents after things were slowed down. There was that noise cut from BLG, pivoting to play the cross with YU.
No smoke ropes, nothing? I agree, bro. That was not good. They broke the trip and just ran up. Why aren't they smoking when they break the trip? It's just like basic, right? Like break the trip and smoke at the same time?
Holds the cross.
Instead, they just broke trip and ran into a crossfire.
Topping the board at 21. It's Wolves
I'm pretty sure the Smokes player was still alive.
Potentially doing the unthinkable. Juicy locking down B main with this op. Can he find the opening?
Camping down, it's K-Knight down already. And yet, Billy
K-Knight again, right?
still determined to look for something here at B. Why you overextend, showstopper, why is he? Oh,
wow!
Now he
got out as well with the blast.
Neural theft revealing
oh my god! Ace, please ace, please ace, please ace.
3 kills with the op in this round. And he knows, he feels the weight of consequence on his shoulders. He knows how close Wolves are to completing a miracle run here through groups.
This man's locked in, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Just one more step. Nav low, Viper's bit up here for Levius. They've at least got that to work.
Imagine being in the Viper's ult right now. Also, Observer is sweating. They don't want to change POVs and potentially miss the ace.
Not found a window in order to deploy that. And F is looking for a timing, a way out. Lysor deals with him. And it's on Levius now, all on the Viper, who still hasn't found a chance to
wow,
fly. And it just so happens if you dare to
GG.
GG. You might just get bitched. A second team from China.
Wolves are locked in the playoffs.
Juicy
Billy eliminated.
An unreal play on the final round. Waited years to just be able to play in the VCT at all.
Honestly, they play good.
Get a spot in
they play good, bro.
Home region has to go over to China. Joins this Wolves team who go on an unlikely run to even qualify for Toronto. That was Sufat's dream, and now they're taking it even further. He said today, he doesn't fear not advancing. He doesn't fear elimination.
I do think, okay, who do we have? Sentinels, Gen G, Wolves, and then our 4th team is coming up. I think regardless of our 4th team, you imagine Wolves gets picked first. Right?
He stood up, he clowned around with Zelsis first and foremost, and even after that loss, this team came back stronger and stronger. Their second win now achieved.
But they still look good.
And Juicy finally a chance to stand on a stage like this. Lysor vindicated.
But they're like the
talk about generally down on the stage where Verizon
most inexperienced out of the teams in playoffs, probably. Well, I don't know about Shilai. Actually, I don't know how true that is, but they're definitely a newer team still.
Congratulations, Wolves! See Fat BB? Yeah, BB, we're gonna need you. Okay.
Fat baby.
Time that we have 2 CN teams
Let's go.
in the Masters playoffs, and it's not EDG, and it's not FBX. What does that say about the CN region?
首先，恭喜你们赢下了比赛的胜利，因为这是第1回在大师赛我们有2支 CN 的队伍，而且这2支队伍不是 EDG， 不是 FunPlus， 不是大家熟知的那些队伍。你觉得这对于 CN 赛区来说意味着什么呢？
我觉得我们第一次进到季后赛，我们也是代表 VCT CN 赛区的。我觉得就是因为我们 VCT CN 其他的队伍或者所有人都让我们每一个人都学习到很多成长。其实无论是哪一支队伍进到季后赛，只要是 VCT CN 都会很开心。我很骄傲。
What do you say?
I think this is our first master journey, and it's our first time to head into the playoffs. And I really, to be honest, I really learned a lot from our region, and we get some feedbacks. We get so many things, absorb so many things from our region. And no matter which team heading to the playoffs, I think the whole region will be very happy about that.
Yeah. As competitive
Damn,
as they
China's
can
coming
get.
for our
now,
asses, dude.
I want to ask you about the
China's on the rise, dog.
It seems like Taeho's absence seems to have sped things up in the meta, and you guys look incredibly comfortable with this new meta, fast-paced meta. Do you feel like this type of fast-paced playstyle suits you guys better?
因为其实太湖削弱之后，对于整个的版本、整个的游戏生态是有很大的影响的。但是我们可以看到，在当下的这个游戏环境下，其实你们是非常适应太湖削弱之后这个版本，可能是一个相对来说节奏比较快的版本，你们的表现也是非常好的。那你认为当前这个版本，包括说你们比较快节奏的这种打法方式，是比较适合你们的吗？
是，sorry， 最后那
比较快节奏的这种方式会比较适合你们吗？当下的这种打法？
其实我觉得。真的没有特别说哪个版本会比较不适应，就是我觉得之前那个版本确实会打得比较慢，但是打得比较慢不代表不适合我们5个，因为我们5个人是很 很灵活的，就是我觉得打得慢，我们为什么打得不好，是因为可能当中一些细节啊、决策啊，或者走位、时机整整团队整个配合很多方面。导致到我们那把的失利，但这把的快节奏是因为我们把其他的细节，无论是沟通、走位、配合、信息、timing 全部配合得很好。我觉得大家心态都很好的时候，我觉得这样子任何版本我们都可以应付，只要是做好细节的话，我们可以面对不同的版本，其实都一样的。
Oh fuck.
I think it's not like the patch issue, and we used to have the slow pace patch. But I think the reason why we didn't perform that good on that patch was like we didn't manage to focus on our details. We do something wrong, maybe on the decisions, our movements, and some communications. But right now we come to this new patch, and I think
this seems like a good translation. This seems like a good translation.
Our communication and our decision, and we know how to fix things out, and we know how to fix our details. And if we can do like that, no matter what kind of patch is right now,
I think it was good.
I think we can do very good.
Was it good?
Okay, lastly, playoffs. Pressure or no pressure?
That seems good.
Honestly, 我觉得其实已经没有任何的压力了，因为我觉得从我一开始来 Master Toronto， 我觉得已经是很开心。我会觉得我只要把我队友的实力跟潜力让全部人都看到，其实我的队友是很厉害的。然后我也很谢谢他们相信我。其实我们已经没有任何的压力了，尽管多么不被人家看好，我们是实力什么排名啊或者什么实力，我觉得没关系，我们还是相信。
No, forget the interview. Let's start a podcast with my boy Fat Baby.
就好了。
I think right now I have no pressure at all. Things are arrived at Toronto. I'm truly happy that we have the opportunity to show our strengths, especially the potential of our teammates to show to the world. And right now we have no pressure, even though we are the underdog, even though they ranked us maybe as the last one of these masters. But we have trust each other, and we have proved ourselves, and we'll keep working hard.
All right, congratulations against you, BB. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you. Thank you.
It feels like they were trying to like wrap the interview up almost. But like I feel like sometimes we speedrun the event, no? Yeah. It seemed like they were telling them to wrap it up. Jen was signaling to the translator to speed up. I thought so too, but maybe I'm wrong. All right, now what? Paper Rex versus fucking Paper Rex versus Liquid. By the way, today's the last day of group stage. Wolves have now locked in the third spot. So this next match will be our fourth team decider between Paper Rex and Team Liquid. Honestly, should be a fucking banger because both of these teams I'll be back in 2 minutes. I got some sun. Burb.
Except that I'm in a hurry and you're taking up my time.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Wolves have made it through, which means there is only one slot left for playoffs, and it comes down to PaperX and Team Liquid. I am your hosting, so I'm back here again with Mel and Ender. I cannot believe there's only one slot left, and it's Liquid or PaperX. You would have thought that both of them will be making it through.
Yeah, you don't want to have to choose between these two teams, but somehow that's the situation we find ourselves in now. PaperX coming off of a tough loss to Genji, and TL with Nats back are looking strong.
Yeah, and I really thought maybe there just isn't enough time to incorporate their IGL so last minute when he got here yesterday, and I was proven wrong. They came out the gate swinging, and Nats is still in that argument for most valuable player in my eyes purely because they win with him and they lose without him.
And the craziest thing is that these two organizations have met before. Almost everybody on PaperX participated in that match at Champs 2022, and nobody on the side of Team Liquid and this current roster was there. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup, and you heard it from Nat himself. He's never faced PaperX, so I have no idea how it's going to go today, but Mel, this is definitely going to be one of the most important games for these two teams.
Yeah, I think too, thinking about the EMEA playstyle and how it matches up against APAC, traditionally I would say it favors APAC most of the time. That raw aggression and how they play typically tends to take teams like Team Liquid off guard.
I like that we have the matchup here with Nats coming in, the mind versus the madness that is PaperX, and that's really what we're going to see unfold in the server today, because PaperX have been continuing to play pretty off-the-wall stuff.
Yeah, normally it's Mind Freak, right? Instead of just the mind. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But for Paddy, now on Team Liquid, it's going to be a little bit about revenge because he was eliminated by PaperX last year at Masters. So ahead of today's matchup, of course, we're going to put him up against one of his opponents. Here's Jen, Davai, and Padatek.
Hello everyone, Jen Lee here with Davai and Padatek. Now Davai, this is Padatek.
Hello.
Hello.
And in case you don't remember, you've been living in his mind rent-free since Masters Madrid. You sent him home once. Are you going to send him home again?
We probably gonna extend the trip here, and on the way back you can think of me more.
Whoa! Padatek, you heard the man, but I feel like you've been waiting for this rematch for the longest time ever.
Yes.
You know, what's the game plan here? What's on your mind?
Just more experience and just shoot heads, because we're gonna come hard for you.
Oh, redeem
We're gonna
yourself.
what?
Yes.
All right.
Yo, Sliggy, which side are you on this time?
Yo, Sliggy, don't forget you are Liquid content creator.
I guess if you switch the train, I guess you are heading to Berlin.
Choo-choo.
What's happening?
Why do we stop that? Why do we even come back to the death? I want just the entire
that.
pre-match to be a back and forth.
It's like they're fighting over custody of Sliggy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and Sliggy of all people. You know, in a world where Mini exists, FNS is out here watch partying. They're going
crazy.
after Sliggy. Damn, can't believe that.
That was so funny. I really wish I could see more of that.
Yeah, and I also love the way that normally you would expect Padatek to be one of the trash talks a bit more, but on the side of of Paper X is Devi coming out, giving it. Can he back it up? Does he have a reason to be this confident?
I mean, I think so, honestly, coming into this game. But you know, PRX, their opening match looked so powerful. It was all of a sudden like, hold on, this team is a serious threat to go deep in the tourney. That kind of changed, though, and that's where maybe the doubts creep in this match versus Gen G.
There's definitely ample opportunity for doubt to creep in, like you said, but I think if there's any saving grace here for Paper Rex, I think you could just write off the fact that the team they played against was just so good, and that's the reason why, you know, Gen G ended up coming out on top. They're looking so strong. So if I'm Paper Rex,
wait,
I'm
Jing
thinking,
brought his luggage?
that
Why?
might be now one of the favorites to win the tournament, so let's just keep it pushing and remind ourselves how well we did play on that first match.
And you heard Patty there, we're going to shoot back harder than they shoot at us. They are shooting against Jing, though. Not many people can out-aim and be able to handle the mechanics of this player.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that he actually was a little bit outmatched, it felt. Not on this opening map, it was a very close map of Ascent. He was getting super active, finding a lot of different moments. But when things switched over onto Icebox, that's where there was a change. And to be fair, he's not playing the Raze like he was on that map. He was playing the Omen. But the Omen is an agent that he has looked incredibly good
He's thinking he mind freaking the bag.
I want to say that Gen G did do a good job of shutting him down, because like you said, they've looked great in the past, and I personally love having that
Fun
Omen
fact,
as
when
a
Jing played in
pseudo-secondary
EU ranked,
duelist
he
on
got
the map.
flamed by
So
Immortal
I'm hoping
2s for
that
having
Jing can
terrible
really find
aim.
his footing, because
210.
I really think he has so much potential and really made and innovated a lot of that aggressive Omen play.
Yeah, and
Sarek, I was in the crowd on your stream yesterday, and you gave me the craziest side eye while taking a giant bite of your food. Top 10 worst moments of my life.
Aggressive teleports on the attacking
Okay,
side,
my bad.
especially into the A space.
Sometimes I just
where
be
he's gonna
doing things, you know?
Jumping forward and finding timings as he's gonna have Sova darts landing, so people's heads turning around. He's gonna be on lines before he's going to be expected, but it just wasn't clicking in that match, like we're saying.
And we saw
I'm
a lot
just
of
a boy,
innovation
really.
for the side of Liquid, but they gotta respect the fact that Paper Rex were the OG innovators. They were the OG team ender that were not afraid to get weird.
No, and Scent, this is about as weird as you can get. Like, in every single role except Omen, they're just playing a different agent than you'd expect. Raze instead of a Jet Fade instead of a Sova.
Sarek looks small these days,
really
but I
what
haven't
this
been
comp,
gymming, I'm not gonna
me,
lie.
I think is all about is sort of like taking double smokes to create
League of
smaller
Legends took over my
pockets of
life.
space on the map, and then Gecko and Fade are very favorable at clearing those areas out, like up towards Market and into Tree.
I think their Viper Wall usage especially was really cool and unique, and how they were pairing it in mid. Like you're saying, slicing up mid, because we were talking about in that matchup how dominant Texture's op was, and having all those smokes.
Like, I was
can make
thinking
it
about
really
doing
easy
a
for you
league
to
grind,
slice
but
up
is
the
it
map.
worth it?
But on the other side, Team Liquid
Why not?
runs a lot of weird comps of their own,
I don't
so I
know.
wouldn't be too shocked. And I mean, Nats on the Viper, I'm not sure if he'll be taken too off guard by the Viper walls.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You have that like Viper mirror on a lot of maps too, so I think there's a lot of different ideas you can have.
I feel
around
like
that. I think Paper X are
as
usually
toxic
using
as it
more, like,
is,
aggressive Viper walls, where Nats is
it's
gonna
just
have
down
walls
my
that are
alley, dude.
slicing up sites, like
I
his
crave
Viper
that
on Sunset
toxicity.
that cuts off half of B site over towards Trash, so that you can always just keep flooding in.
Yeah, and I'm going to put you on the spot here, Mel. Why didn't you believe in Team Liquid against MIBR?
Listen.
Have you changed your mind?
Listen. I have changed my mind. Okay, listen. I'm from Americas, right? I'm gonna root for MIBR, but I will not make that mistake again. I will not doubt my goat again. He is here to play, and I mean,
Let's put Poppy in the bag.
reacted to the Viper lurks on Icebox. You can just tell, like, he has just so much experience, and it really shows on a stage like this.
The thing is, Nats coming in did make things a little bit strange in terms of players, right? Team Liquid using 6 players and flexing out both Penny and Serial within that match was really interesting to see.
It was indeed, and we also, you know, saw some different faces of them. Maybe they have more comms prepared, because God knows some of the comms they brought out we cannot expect. But we're gonna beat this horse to death, pun intended, because, you know, Liquid horse. But Nats is just so important. He to me is the savior of Liquid, EMEA, all of our hopes and dreams. But we did hear from his coach, however, about how he felt about the match.
Was it really, Elena?
Take a listen to this.
Refresh the stream.
So, what do you think about the draw?
I mean, I'm super excited, honestly. No matter what, it's going to be a very, very fun game, to be honest. I mean, I love watching Paper Hex, and I'm very excited to play against them.
Starting with the Phoenix, was that Penny's idea? Did he come to you with that, or was that you and Yao thinking he could do something like this?
Yeah, it was our idea, honestly. It was actually without even practicing with Penny. Like, when we were back in Berlin, we were still, like, cooking some
Team
comps
Liquid
that will
coach,
make
yeah.
it work with him. And obviously, I had a big talk with Penny, and he said, I am comfortable. And we thought it made sense there, and it worked. And playing against PaperX as well, it's going to be like super.
This match is about to be
really
crazy, bro.
Against Weird.
Yeah,
when am I
really
going to
gets
Toronto?
weirder,
I'm going
like,
at the
there's
last
these
weekend.
Weird things. That's my favorite kind of game.
Last
What's
weekend.
the counter to W Gaming?
Friday, I'm in the arena.
Gaming back.
Like WW Gaming.
I'll wait for him.
All right, I can't wait to see that.
Friday, I'm in the arena. Saturday, I'm in Sentinel's watch party. Sunday, I'm on
Weird,
arena
WW
again.
Gaming, what
And we
else
have
we
some
got? But
information
more
about the
importantly,
Sentinel's
as
watch
you
party.
guys
I'm gonna bring in
know, Team
Rob
Liquid are running a
at some point.
six-man roster
I think
for the rest of this tournament, and
there
for
might
the
be extra
opening
tickets
map, it
that have
will
just
be
opened up,
Serial
so we're sold
playing
out.
instead of Penny. Mel, what does that kind of tell
but
us
after
perhaps
map one.
about the map veto and also the comp they could be running?
So if you are in Toronto and didn't get a ticket, there might be hope.
Right, because we see Serial really thrive in that Cypher and that Senti role, and Penny on the other side of things, the duelist.
Yeah, so when Serial was playing in their series yesterday, it was on
Also,
Sunset,
Dexterity's
right,
trying to give away tickets too. I gotta do that. Dexterity, our beloved, has a couple tickets that he wants to give away to chat because he's unable to attend on a certain day. And we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. I just want to make sure who I give it to isn't going to sell it and also is going to actually go.
Play to Killjoy or something. Chamber is
So
not the default agent on that map as a solo Sentinel, but it sort of enabled Team Liquid
it's for Friday, June 20th. He has 2 tickets and he wants to give them away.
and give a lot of agency to
Only give it to them when they show up.
I mean, I gotta highlight
Well, I think
Penny,
the tickets
right?
get transferred
I mean,
to their
this guy's
name.
a local Toronto man. He's out here, and it's so awesome seeing him on the duelist. I feel like he's been so successful and so good.
How
for
do we
Team
pick
Liquid these
someone?
moments. So, I mean, I guess you can't really go wrong. You got Camo on the duelist, you win. You have Penny on the duelist, you win. It's looking good.
How do we
however
verify
you go.
that?
What I find interesting is because the roster lock comes before map vetoes come in, is we have a situation where, for example, Serial starting today, Icebox
Verify
could
what?
get picked, and all of a sudden maybe we see a different comp actually be played by Team Liquid. They have to be flexible.
And I'll add another layer onto that is because of the draw and PaperX's name was pulled out of the pool first, they are default the first seed in this matchup. There will be no
1v1 20 between the 20 of dudes who are verified and going.
Right,
so you could maybe make some
1v1
decisions
20?
based on the opponent you're seeing on the other side. Both teams are going to have that whole night ready to prep and know.
I have an
what they
Airbnb
wanna
next to the
favor in
arena, but no
map
tickets yet.
I mean, it doesn't get more
Okay.
important than this match. The
How do we do
prep,
this?
The blood, sweat, and tears. It will come down to this between PaperX and Team Liquid. We only have room for one of them at playoffs. So, without further ado, let's send this back down to the stage and bring out PaperX and Team Liquid.
Dex made a Google Doc for people to fill out, but I think that might be too messy. Okay, here we go. Walkouts.
PRX versus